Hello, welcome to Duncan Egg Bricks, and to a video that's going to be including a couple of different things. The first of which is a review of this set here, the Pagani Utopia, which is a brand new Speed Champions set for the 1st of March, although I did manage to get it a couple of days early and put it together. So I'll do a quick review of that, as well as a small mod that I've come up with for it. But the other thing that I'm going to be looking at is a brand new thing for this channel, and that is actually because I've had something sent in by a fan, which is this package here, which is something I really wasn't expecting, and I'm really looking forward to getting opened. So let's get on with it. First up, let's take a look at the Utopia. The set was released, well, technically today, on the day that I'm filming it, 1st of March, and it's one of 3 new single cars released from Speed Champions, as well as a double pack, and it includes a whole host of new parts. I won't show you all of them, because some of them are buried quite deep inside, but the obvious ones are this big canopy here, which is very nice and elegant, with some great printing there, including on the sides, which is a new feature, and also these wedges at the back here, which are this very unusual shape, but they look really good, and this very versatile new snot brick, stud snot on top brick, which is curved on the back, is 2 plates high, has a hollow stud on the front. It's going to be a real game changer. It's not used in a massively inventive way here, but it is something that wouldn't have been possible with previously existing parts. This is a really fun build. It uses another new part, which is this base, which is similar to the old one, but it's got more space on the inside, 6 studs rather than 4 long, and the base has actually been lowered. As you can see, that the very bottom is very, very close to the ground, about as close as you can get it. I think it's half a plate. Another new element is this wheel arch, where they've actually filed away as much of the plastic as possible, which means you can get a smooth surface on top. So yeah, if you want to look at the new parts in more detail, I'd suggest going to somewhere like New Elementary, which is a fantastic website. In fact, I'll try and link their article to the Speed Champion sets, or at least to this one, because it's really interesting to see. There's all sorts of things. There's 1x3 rounded plates with holes through the studs and stuff like that. All sorts of stuff. It's it's very difficult to catalogue them all. But anyway, this was a really nice build. There's some clever part usage. Got ice skates along here. These are 2 1x1 plates with clips, which are stacked on top of each other. This at the back actually uses those classic style car doors for these kind of, they're not suspension, what's the right word? Structures. Don't really know what they are on the actual car, but yeah, they are really nice usage of parts there. Fantastic print at the back. Does use some stickers, sticker there for the fuel filler cap, a couple of stickers here, printed headlights on those newer wedge pieces, which look really good. Yeah, pretty fun Speed Champions build, as we've come to expect. Actually a really nice interior as well. Nice colour contrast between the dark bluish grey and the medium nougat inside. What I did think I would show you, though, is a mod that I've come up with, and that's actually to do with the rear. Now, the rear is very cleverly built. It's actually all clipped in place here. I'll show you that entire bit can come off, so it's all buried inside there, and that's where it's clipped. Fantastic part usage, and just how everything comes together is such a great build by the Speed Champions team. The one problem, really, is that it doesn't secure properly. So you clip it in, and it's meant to sit kind of there, and those are on clips as well, so they can fold back a bit, but then it can kind of do that, which is not ideal. And I think I found a solution to it, and you can actually do it with the parts in the set, or rather with one of the parts, and that's this. It's just a 1x1 rather, cheese slope in medium nougat, comes in the set, and all you need to do is just put it on here, or you could equally put it on the other side. It's a shame there isn't a second spare one, but this is enough just to demonstrate. And then you put it back in. The clip, the click rather, I should say, of the clips isn't as satisfying, but it does clip in there. I'm hoping I haven't broken anything. Yeah, and all that does is it just stops that from going back up. You have to be careful not to actually take the pieces apart. In fact, I think I've managed to lever the cheese slope off, so I'm not showing my my method too well. But yeah, let's just check everything's sandwiched together properly, and we'll try that again. So yeah, just clip that in where it was before, and yeah, that just keeps it at the right level, keeps it from moving up. It may be that puts a little bit more stress on the parts than there should be, because otherwise I can't see why they wouldn't have chosen to do this. There's only 250 parts in this set, which is relatively low for one of these Speed Champion sets. I think the other ones released at the same time have all got more parts for the same price. So it may be that's why they did it, but I'm going to experiment with it. I'm going to probably grab a couple of dark bluish grey ones if I can find them in my parts collection. You can't really see it. In fact, there's a tan plate in there which shows up much more clearly than the medium nougat inside there. But anyway, that's just my thought. I'll remove it for now just so you can see how it is, or how it's meant to be straight from the box. But there we go. Really nice car. I will probably be getting the other Speed Champions cars that have come out, or maybe not all of them, but a good chunk of them, and adding them to my display because it's got a nice little collection going on there. I'll just show you briefly the driver minifig as well. Not that we get these cars really for the drivers. We've just got the Pagani branded overalls, and also comes with Harry's hair, the kind of young Harry, but in Ron's colouring. So yeah, if you're a Harry Potter fan and you want to make a weird Harry-Ron hybrid, then there you go, that's the piece for you. Right, let's get on to the more exciting stuff. So as I said in my intro, the other thing that this video is going to be about is my first ever fan send in. I don't really know what to call it, to be honest. But anyway, I was contacted on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram. Just search for Duncan Egg Bricks and you'll find me quite easily. Contacted by a wonderful person by the name of Kitty Bricks HP. That's Kitty_Bricks_HP. Go over and check her out. Anyway, she has been doing some fantastic work on her own mocks of Hogwarts, and has made her own, and it looks absolutely brilliant. And you should definitely go and check that out. But anyway, she reached out to me and just mentioned that she was doing some reorganising and was going to be kind of downscaling her Hogwarts mock, and would I like some of the pieces from it, specifically, as I've already finished the castle portion of my Hogwarts, some of the rock pieces. Now, if you don't know your LEGO acronyms, they might sound a little bit weird. So she said, do I want the burps, merps and lerps from her Hogwarts? And I said, yes, please. As I've not finished the rock work, particularly around the clock tower section of the castle, and some of the grounds as well, I thought, why on earth would I not go for that? So she kindly has sent them all the way over to me. Now, I have opened the bag. Did think about pretending just to see if I could get away with it, but no, I have opened the bag. I just wanted to check that everything had been okay, but I haven't looked all the way through it. So I'm gonna start pulling stuff out and seeing what she sent over. So yeah, they're all in dark bluish grey, which is perfect because that's exactly what I chose to use for my castle. Very early on, I decided not to go with the dark tan ones as the microscale Hogwarts used, just because these were a little bit easier to come by, and I think they still are. So these are burps, so these are big ugly rock pieces, which is a really funny name because they're not particularly ugly, but I do get why kind of more LEGO purists would be a bit horrified at the idea of such a large single part, but they are completely in system, they're completely compatible, and if you put the effort in, then you can really disguise them. I've used quite a lot of these. I haven't actually counted up how many in my castles so far, and yeah, I think they give a really nice appearance, a bit more structural integrity, and you know, saves buying tens and tens and tens of bricks. But anyway, right, let's start stacking these up. So that's 5 burps so far, so I know there's a mixture of different parts. Does this inside bag come out? Might be easier. Sorry for the noise going on. Oh yeah, so this is a big thing of bricks. I don't think there's anything else in here apart from the bricks. And there's another burp, and here is what I think is a merp. So this is a corner kind of version. They're quite nicely designed actually, because if you want to put them next to each other, they do just fit like that. And they're a little bit unusual in that this section here hasn't really got the best clutch power, so you've got to kind of design around it, but then I tend to put a layer of bricks underneath anyway, so that's okay. So that's 6 burps and 1 merp so far. Several layers of bubble wrap going on in here. Just gonna have to rip them open. It's another merp, another burp, another burp, and here we come to what I think is the first ever kind of big rock piece that I ever got in a set, which is a lerp, or a large ugly rock piece. And yeah, this one I remember getting in old grey in the very first Gringotts set, very long time ago, 22 years ago, gosh, one of the very first Lego sets that I ever got. And yeah, it's a slightly more unusual shape. It's kind of pointy, and it's actually slightly different in that it's a brick taller, so it's actually 7 bricks tall instead of 6. So it'll still fit within my castle, though I am thinking I might use it for the owlery rather than the rest of the castle, as that kind of sits on its own isolated outcrop, which is going to have to be a bit taller. So there's one lurk there. Oh, there's so many. This is just so incredibly generous, because these aren't, you know, they don't cost an absolute fortune, but they can be a bit annoying to get your hands on because people don't tend to have a huge amount of them. I've had to order them in lots of different Bricklink orders over the, 2 years that I've been building my Hogwarts mod. So yeah, it's really nice to not only be sent these, but they sent so many. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use all of them in Hogwarts, but if not, I'm sure I'll find a way to use them. Gosh, they just keep coming and coming and coming. I'm going to have to count all of these up at the end. I know there are some more of the other ones, but this all seems to be burps at the moment. There's another merp. Good, I need a few of those to go around the courtyard. There's another lurp. Right, let's just get to that final section. Got them dropping them on the floor. That was 2 lurks that I just dropped on the floor, so that's 4 of those total. And another merp, more burps. Honestly, if anybody just comes in halfway through this video, it's going to sound like total nonsense. So we're nearly there, just a few pieces left. I have never seen so much dark bluish grey Lego all in one place outside of somewhere like Legoland. Right, so here is the grand total of everything. So we have got 4 lerps, so 4 that look like that. That's really good. That will do really well probably for the owlery. And then merps, the corner ones, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them. Gosh, lucky 13, definitely. And then we have got a huge number of these. Try not to knock them over. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 burps. 13 merps. 4 lerps, which sounds like a bunch of nonsense, but what it is just really, really generous. So if you've got a chance, check out the wonderful fan who gave these to me. Check out Kitty Bricks HP, because this is honestly so ridiculous and generous. If anybody else wants to send me anything, hit me up. But please don't feel like you have to. This was just such a fantastically generous offer. And I think what I'm going to do, just as a kind of little added extra to the end of this video, I'm just going to mock up where some of these rocks might end up in Hogwarts, so we can see just how much this will actually help me out in getting my castle finished. So I've done my best to just put some of these big ugly rock pieces and variations thereof in place. I've just used the existing designs I have for some of the bits over here, and then the various just placeholders that I've got on my digital design. So you can see I've managed to place quite a lot of them. It covers all the way around here. You might just be able to see I've put the lerps behind there to go for the owlery, and then further through here we've got the gatehouse at the end of the wooden bridge with a few more there. And to be honest, I've still got all of those left. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm going to probably want some more for the Forbidden Forest scene, maybe even just as background, and things aren't finalised here, so I may need some more on the other side of the courtyard, but honestly, I'm going to struggle to find out what to do with them. Maybe going to need to create something else, possibly something over there with the blacksmith. I am kind of wanting to go ahead and build like a castle tower or something to go with that classic castle theme. But yeah, that is, I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's completely ridiculous and beyond kind, and I can't thank you enough for your kind donation. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of weird, random video, but I really wasn't expecting it, and yeah, it's made me very happy to be able to add these pieces. And I think even with it not being completely finished, like this stuff up here, I think that makes a big difference in making Hogwarts look a bit more together and a bit more complete. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think I should do with all the rest of those. And also, yeah, if you are interested in future videos, subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Instagram. You can head over to my Patreon if you want to support me. And yeah, I will see you again soon. Exciting this weekend, as a certain set is going to be released, and I'm going to be popping down to London to take a look at it, and then, yes, ordering it and waiting for it to arrive. So thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.